Chapter 9. Plyometric Training. Although the primary focus of sprint training should be the actual sprint in itself to improve your speed and form, there are a number of other exercises that you can do to build up the muscles that you use to move fast. That's where plyometric training comes in. In this part of the course, we're going to explain what plyometric training is and give you 3 exercises that will help you with your speed. What is plyometric training? Plyometric training is also known as jump training because its main focus is on various high-intensity jumping exercises to increase your speed and strength. There are a number of different exercises that fall under the category of plyometric training, but you will have to be careful which ones you do because some are meant for strength training, whereas others will increase your speed. When adding plyometric exercises into your sprint training routine, be sure to do this on days that you are not sprinting. This is because these exercises are equally high-intensity exercises, and doing this along with sprints in the same day is too hard on your muscles. You should limit plyometric training to 2 days per week. Here are 3 plyometric exercises that will help you increase your speed. Forward bounce. For this exercise, you will essentially be sprinting one stride at a time. The goal is to use as much force as possible to move yourself forward into a long bound. Be sure to use proper sprint form for this drill as you drive yourself off the balls of your foot from one stride to another. This will help you maximize your power output for every stride you take and can help you lengthen your strides. Do 3 sets of forward bounce of 20 yards each while allowing yourself 2 to 3 minutes of rest between sets. Repetitive standing long jumps. This drill will help you coordinate your upper and lower body and will help you minimize the time you spend on the ground, which will help you move faster down the track. To do repetitive standing long jumps, begin with your feet in line with your shoulders, then jump forward as fast as you can. As soon as you touch the ground with the balls of your feet, launch yourself into another long jump, and so on. Do 3 sets of repetitive standing long jumps of 20 yards each, resting for 2 to 3 minutes in between sets. Depth jumps to standing long jumps. The objective of this plyometric exercise is to train your body to instantly explode forward when the balls of your feet hit the ground. To do a depth jump to a standing long jumps, start on a stable surface that is at least 1 foot high. Step off and be sure to land with both feet on the ground, then immediately perform a single standing long jump. Do 3 sets of 5 depth jumps to standing long jumps with 2 to 3 minutes of rest in between. Chapter 8. What to look for when buying sprinting gear and apparel. Having the right gear when sprint training will help you run faster and avoid injury, but having the wrong gear will slow you down and can actually cause injuries. That's why taking your time and selecting the right gear at the beginning is so important to your success as a sprinter. It's also why we're taking the time in this course to discuss the gear that you will need. Running spikes. These are the most important part of your sprinting gear, so we're going to spend the most amount of time discussing them. Spikes are special running shoes that are designed for various field and track events, so you need to look for one specifically for the distance you'll be running. You should be able to find what you need at a sports or running specialty store. Spikes provide traction between you and the ground right where you need it. In sprinting, all the spikes are on the front part of your foot to allow you to grip the track and launch yourself forward with every stride. They have a lot of spikes compared to other running shoes and rarely have any in the heel portion of the foot since you don't need them there. Try on a few pairs before settling on what you buy. Most sprinters prefer to have their spikes to be snug compared to other types of training shoes and other events. Some even get spikes a full size smaller than the other running shoes. Although it's up to you to decide. Keep in mind that as you're running fast, you want your shoes to be with you 100% and not have any looseness that could trip you up. This will easily be your biggest investment when it comes to sprinting gear. While high-end spikes will easily cost you $100 or more, you can find a decent pair for around $50. However, these shoes should last you for several years, which makes them well worth the investment even if you have to replace some of the spikes along the way. Running shorts. The most important thing about running shorts for sprinting is that they are made of a material that is breathable, comfortable, and flexible. For training, they're really the only thing that matters. For racing, you will usually want something that is form-fitting as to limit your wind resistance. If you're planning on sprinting in competitions, it's a good idea to also practice in your racing clothes for familiarity. Running shirts. Everything that applies to running shorts also applies to shirts. The biggest thing to keep in mind when choosing a shirt for sprinting is that you want to make sure you are able to move your shoulders freely. This is why you see many Olympic athletes using vest or sleeveless uniforms. Warm-up and cool-down clothes. Because spikes are designed specifically for sprinting, you don't want to wear them during your warm-up or cool-down sessions, as this will make those harder and put more wear and tear on your spikes. So be sure to bring regular training shoes for those times, as well as sweats or other comfortable clothes that you can wear before and after your sprint training. Chapter 6. Sprint Training and Recovery. In this section, we're going to expand on some recovery techniques that you can do after a sprint session to improve your body's ability to recover from the intense workout that you had. Proper recovery is vital to avoid excessive soreness and will allow your body to build up the right muscles to improve your ability to sprint. There are three main aspects of recovery that you're going to cover, so keep reading. Water. Staying hydrated is necessary for all of your body's functions, and is especially important when your body is losing extra water through sweat and working harder than normal. Avoiding drinking a lot of water before you work out because you don't want it sloshing around your stomach as you run. But be sure to drink at least 3 glasses, 24 ounces of water within an hour after your workout, then continue drinking for the rest of the day. Nutrition. If you're not giving your body what it needs to build your muscles up and recover from an intense workout, you're going to find yourself struggling day after day. If you want your body to be as healthy as possible, you can't do it with exercise alone. So if you haven't already made changes to your diet to improve your health, it's time to start. Shortly after your workout, you want to give your body a big dose of protein and a few simple sugars. Protein is what your muscles will use to repair the damage you did during the workout and make your muscles stronger. Simple sugars are important because you have likely burned through what you had in your body before. Having a protein shake with a piece of fruit is a perfect post-workout snack. About an hour after your workout, you'll want to eat a good meal that includes more lean protein, some healthy fats, and lots of vegetables. Getting plenty of vegetables will not only give you some more good carbohydrates that your body can use, but it will also provide you with a ton of antioxidants which help remove the waste your muscles burn during the workout. Sleep. You want to make sure that you're getting plenty of sleep when you're pushing your body hard for sprinting training. If possible, you should take a nap about 2 hours after your workout. The timing is important because it's about 2 hours after your exercise that your body really starts repairing the muscle damage, so allowing yourself to completely rest during that time will help your body focus fully on recovery. It's also important that you're getting enough sleep at night. Most adults should be getting between 7 and 8 hours of sleep every night. Sprint training and exercising in general should help you feel more tired at the end of the day, but if you're still not getting all the sleep you need, there are a number of techniques that you can try that will help you get a full night of rest every night. The bottom line with recovery is that the better you recover, the better you can sprint on the next training day. Chapter 11. Advanced sprint workouts for team and individuals. Once you get the basics of sprinting down, you'll want to begin to challenge yourself to keep getting better. To do that, you'll want to add some advanced workouts to your routine. Another way to challenge yourself more is to train with a team. In this section, we'll give you some advanced workouts that you can try on a team and as an individual. Team sprinting routine. Whether you simply want to work out in a group to keep each other accountable and to have more fun, or you're training with a team in order to compete, you'll need to do this a little differently compared to when you're working out alone. Here is a great team sprinting routine that you can follow with your exercise buddies or teammates to improve your sprinting abilities. Warm up as usual. Everybody spreads out evenly along the entire length of the track. Everyone begins jogging at a slow pace. One person sprints until they reach the person in front of them, then slows to a jog. The next person then sprints up to the next person in front of them. This continues until everyone has sprinted. Depending on the size of the team, you may be able to do several of these drills in a row, or you may need more time to rest between sets, but you should try to do this 3 times. Cool down as usual. Advanced individual routine. This routine is great for training on a track as you get more advanced. It's especially good if you're normally only sprinting straight lines, because it teaches you to sprint well on the curves of the track as well. It will help if you have 4 cones or other easy-to-see visual markers at each of the points along the track. But if not, then you can simply use the track itself, which should be marked. Warm up as usual. Place your cones at each corner of the track, the start of each curved or straight section. Sprint from cone 1 to cone 2. Jog from cone 2 to cone 3. Sprint from cone 3 to cone 4. Jog from cone 4 to cone 1. Walk 1 and 1/4 lap around the track to rest. Sprint from cone 2 to cone 3. Jog from cone 3 to cone 4. Sprint from cone 4 to cone 1. Jog from cone 1 to cone 2, and repeat. Cool down as usual. With this routine, if you start on a straight side, during the first half you will sprint the sides and jog the curves. Then on the second half, you will sprint the curves and jog the straightaways. To mix it up even more, if you are alone on the track, you can perform the second set running in the opposite direction. Chapter 10. The importance of strength training and muscle building for sprinting. In this part of the course, we're going to give you several reasons as to why you should be incorporating strength training and muscle building exercises into your exercise routine for sprint training. All it can be boiled down to its simple physics equation: A equals F divided by M. Acceleration, A, equals force, F, divided by mass, M. Here are a few specific ways that strength training can help you run faster. 1. Increase force. Physics tells us that the greater the force of an object is, the faster it will move. This is also true when it comes to sprinting. The more force your body is able to create in your leg muscles, the faster you will be able to accelerate forward. By building up the right leg muscles, you can help improve the amount of force they are able to produce on every stride. 2. Decrease mass. Going back to that physics lesson, we also know that the smaller an object is, the greater the effect of the force that's being put on it. Strength training helps you decrease your overall mass by burning body fat, which will help you be able to go faster with the same amount of force. Being lighter on your feet while sprinting will also help to keep you from getting tired as quickly. 3. Reduce risk of injury. While sprinting, your muscles, joints, ligaments, and tendons all have to work at full capacity. If they are not already strong, then the strain of sprinting can lead to injury. Through strength training, you can build up this important part in a more focused, slow-paced environment so that when you get to the track, they'll be ready to work together efficiently. 4. Improve balance. Chances are you naturally have one leg that's stronger than the other. While this won't affect your daily life, it will hurt your ability to sprint well and put you at a higher risk of injury when you are unbalanced. Through strength training, you can do single leg or single arm exercises to build up the muscles on the weaker side until both sides are balanced in strength. 5. Gain more fast-twitch muscle fibers. As we discussed earlier in this course, fast-twitch muscle fibers are the one you want more of so you can run faster. Although we still have a lot to learn about muscle fibers, we do know that through certain exercises, you can shift your ratio of muscle fibers to get more fast-twitch. By strength training, you can do targeted exercises that will ultimately increase your running speed. How to add strength training for sprinting. Schedule your strength training on days that you are not sprinting, and be sure to focus on a different muscle group every day. You should train the most on your legs and core muscles, but arms should also be included. If you are new to strength training, make sure you learn each new exercise and practice it well before increasing the weight, reps, or sets. It is important to do each movement precisely to avoid injury and to actually get something out of it.